I am Mpako Inongene Ivo. I'm a graduating student of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, University of Buea. I worked on automatic control toll gate. This is a system that can help our country to check in people, motorists who pass in various toll gates, so that we will be able to ensure maximum collection of revenue without any fraud. So that's a system which I worked on for this final year project.
So you want to tell us some of the challenges you face in the course of this project?
Of course, I faced so many challenges in the course of this project. For example, the finances to get the components to put the prototype together. That was a major challenge. Another major challenge I faced during the project was actually the coding of the system, because it's a whole system that needs to be programmed very thoroughly. So to realize such a system, there's maximum high-level coding. So I faced that small problem, the problem of coding.
So any recommendation to the government?
Yes, I actually recommend that the government should take this program and implement it. That way we are going to ensure that we receive revenue. You can imagine the amount of money we can save at all toll gate posts in Cameroon. There are so many toll gate posts in Cameroon where many illegal activities are going on. With this project, we can be able to check in the amount of money that comes into the system every day using our toll gates.
So how can you assess your performance as far as this project was concerned? Give you an A grade?
Yes, it didn't come to me as a surprise, because it's actually what I worked for. I worked for that, so when they gave me the A grade, I wasn't surprised at all, because I was expecting it. I had put in a lot. I've spent sleepless nights. This project, I've been working on this project since the month of April. So I'm defending in the month of October. In the month this October, 28th September is already October. So I've invested a lot of time, and I've invested a lot of energy, a lot of finances. So it didn't come to me as a surprise, given that I've even studied a lot. Everything I studied throughout my 4-year engineering program, I have made sure that I use it in this project, and you can see the result. I had an A grade for the.
Do you intend to further studies in this particular domain as far as your topic?
Yes, I intend to further my studies in security in order to secure the system, because if you build a system like this and you don't secure it, hackers will come in and hack the system, and before you know it, what you have been building will just end up crumbling for nothing. So I intend to improve the security of the system and other things about the system, which will be disclosed as time goes on.
Okay, my name is Udodi Augustine, normally mostly called Newton. I followed my friend Paco's presentation, and actually it was wonderful, and his concept of the automatic toll gate was actually very brilliant, because we have that problem in this country for a long time, and people have been working, but what he did here was actually very great, and he defended it well. His concept, both the brilliant ideas he brought out, both his recommendations, and everything he did actually was wonderful and beautiful. I actually recommend his work. Thank you.
Okay, you as other students who are clamoring to come to the University of Buea to do engineering and technology, following such work?
Well, the special message I will pass to students willing to come into engineering to study, into the Faculty of Engineering to study, I will actually encourage them, and I will tell them that to be an engineer is not a one-day job. Actually, we have worked and we have worked. So as they come in, they should follow the footstep, as my friend Paco just did with his project. He showed that he did great, and when they come in, they should follow that footstep, so they can do great and they can do wonderful things and evaluate our nation.
I would also know how much the people at the particular campus are working at the main process. Also, the data for particular days are saved so that the customers have themselves have that each data can be.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Ngwashi of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, University of Boya. I'm here to give my appreciations on my student who just defended, Mr. Mpako Inongene. He has been working extremely hard on a very sensitive piece of work that is going to revolutionize how our community looks at the toll gate. I gave him all the academic assistance that I could. Nevertheless, he used his personal initiative to really solve all the societal problems associated with this. Of that, I was very, very happy about his outcome.
Okay, what recommendation are you joining your voice with him to recommend to the government or other stakeholders as far as this issue is concerned? We realize that there's a lot of administrative bottlenecks on our targets, and this topic appears to be very, very contemporary.
Yes, even at the beginning, I did told Mr. Mpako that we are not the first people solving this issue of toll gate. Toll gate is it's a serious issue since its conception. So either I didn't want as a supervisor to look at our community in the negative part. I look at it in the lines of using intellectual capability to solve problems in the lines of rendering a service to humanity, making people enjoy what they like doing, and the government getting the highest revenue possible.
Thank you.
Yes, first of all, I want to thank my mother very much. Madame Nange Eveline. She has been putting a lot into my education. In fact, she has been my best right from the very beginning. I love her very much. I want to thank my sister and the husband, Mr. and Mrs. Edzagen Jumbe of Antwerpen in Belgium project. I want to thank Chief Ekoge Joseph Elongome, the principal of GBHS Tombel. He has been advising me a lot on so many things. I also want to thank Pastor Ewane Roland and the wife, Madame Ewane Evangeline. They have been guiding me throughout, especially in terms of spirituality. I also want to thank my national president, the national president of AFECAM, Academy Fellowship Cameroon, in the person of Mr. Ivan Amatagana, and people like Bonsi Jude, people like Tacho Juan, Madame Tacho Juan, Tabi Pascal, Mr. Tabi Lotson, the husband to Madame Tabi Pascal. I want to thank AFECAM very much, because it is from AFECAM, Academy Fellowship Cameroon, that I had this boldness. The boldness I have now, which is making me to speak like the lion of the tribe of Judah. If there are some people I have not thanked, maybe it's because I can't remember them now, but I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everybody who have ever assisted me in things like this, especially in academics.
Indeed, it's actually a double celebration, because most of the times we worked together late into the night, reading together, studying together, praying together, sometimes laughing and crying together. So it has been a very long relationship, and it has also been a very rich relationship. Such people are few and far between. So it's really a blessing to know him. It's also really been a blessing for me to interact with him and to bless him also in the ways in which I'm gifted. So that is practically the summary of our friendship. It's more or less of a partnership, if I can say.
Of course.
Yeah, so I really bless God. And if not for God, I believe we will not be able to defend today, not to talk about even we'll be too broken to do it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so he has really given us the strength we needed to go ahead, and the power we needed to execute this project. Mm-hmm.
So what way forward? What way forward after this?
Well, after this, first of all, I'm going to pursue my master's, after which I may pursue a PhD or 2 or 3 as the necessity comes. Also, we would like to do what we came to earth to do, which is our real purpose. Yes,
Preach the gospel.
which is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yes, that is it.
Me too. Masters, PhD, no stop, and no, in
many
fact,
others.
professorial.
In fact,
of course.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay. My heartfelt gratitude goes to the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, University of Buea, in the person of Professor Tani Emmanuel, for his unending support he has given me throughout the period when I was working on the project, and even after I worked on the project before going to Douala to present the project at the Students' Forum. Special thanks also goes to the Vice Chancellor of the University of Buea, Professor Nalova Lionga, for being there for us. I remember she followed us when we went to Douala for the Students' Forum to present this project. I'm so grateful to them for their support. I'm looking forward to work with them to ensure that this project gets to the appropriate authorities, since they have the right connections to press the appropriate buttons needed to trigger immediate actions. So thank you very much, and God bless you.